Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of the High Handicappers podcast. As always, I am your host, Noah Johnson, joined by my good friend, the Hask. How we doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing a lot better now that I just cracked a cold Miller Lite. Feeling good.
That sounds good.
Yes, it does. Got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, had a great weekend of golf. That Sunday was
one of the best.
One of the best for sure. One of the best of the year. Probably the best of the majors. But we'll get into that. We're also going to talk some LIV Golf as always. I will be deepening my rivalry with MBS. Again, I say come and get me. Just going to go right in with it.
One of these
might as well not mess around, man. You know, if they're going to get me, they're going to get me.
Yeah.
We do. We all are also going to be joined today by my good friend Kaden. Like I said, one of my good friends, big golf guy. Probably besides you, he's probably the one I talk golf with the most. So that should be interesting. Really excited to hear what he has to say about everything we're going to talk about, the Open, LIV Golf, all that kind of stuff. We're also going to play a little bit of a game, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So obviously, first things first, absolutely amazing weekend of golf. The time shift makes it a little tough. Obviously, I mean, you had guys teeing off at 1:30 in the morning, my time. Yeah. Eastern time. No way I'm getting up that early, and if I'm staying up that late, I got a problem. What are your thoughts on that, buddy?
Well, it's not bad for us. Well, we're 2 hours different, so it does mean it starts 2 hours later here. So that's nice as well too.
So if it's 1:30 in the morning, your best tee time or first tee time's at 3:30 for you.
Yes.
So that's 3:30.
Right?
If I was really, really dedicated, I could maybe wake up and watch golf at 3:30.
Yeah.
I mean, no chance it's happening right now, but if you really put me to it, I think I could get it done.
Yeah.
1:30 in the morning is impossible unless I'm just staying up hammered drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm actually thinking, I think it's the opposite. I totally messed up, but I think.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours before you, so yeah, it would start earlier. Yeah.
So you get a little night golf in.
Yeah.
Yeah, time zone talk is always interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that makes it real tough to watch, especially on those first couple days. Obviously, there's not really a whole lot they can do about it, but
yeah.
Your final pairings, you're watching them on at what, 4:00, maybe?
Yeah.
And that's probably on a little bit of a delay.
A little bit of a delay, yeah. Do you guys get good coverage down there? Because I heard it was some of it was Peacock was doing it exclusively online. Some of it.
Yes, some of it. NBC has tried to pull a lot of shit like this. They got me during college football season. They had, I think it was either one or two Notre Dame football home games that were only on Peacock, and they got me for $8 or whatever. I could not do it. Sneaky bastards. But yeah, it's kind of like that. It was spread out. This is usually the way it is with golf tournaments in at least my area of the States. It's usually broke up into at least 3 networks. You've got the Golf Channel, which is NBC.
Okay, yeah.
When it's on CBS, like the Masters, and the other tournaments that they cover, it's a little bit better where it'll be on your local CBS station, but then it'll also be on TBS or that's something basketball, but some network like that. but it's not terrible. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
It both of those things combined though, it's not really an easy tournament to watch in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. I will say that.
Yeah, no, it's not. I know it's pretty much the same here. Like the Golf Town or the Golf Channel always shows the early coverage, and then it moves into we have TSN, but it also we get NBC as well too. So it's on NBC or TSN, and it's basically the same coverage. So they'll use TSN will use the NBC feed. They'll just cut to their broadcast team during breaks and stuff. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, well, fuck Canada.
Well, we had.
I'm sorry. That was mean.
That was very mean.
And unnecessary. I'll say that.
Graham DeLatte. You might have heard of him. Graham DeLatte.
Rings a bell.
Rings a bell. He was a pro golfer. He actually predicted round 4 that Cameron Smith would win.
Because he was down what 4 shots going into Sunday, 3 shots.
I believe so. And he had to move quite a bit. So
yeah, he had a great Sunday. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Yeah,
we are joined now by my good friend Kaden. I'm gonna get him in the stream here now.
Okay.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks so much for having me. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great, man. Doing better now. Doing better now.
Absolutely, yeah. Good to be here on the normal guys, the High Handicappers average golfer podcast. I was telling Noah, I was pumped to hop on here with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, we're for sure the first ones to do it, and obviously the most successful. So,
100%.
You made the right choice. We are the Joe Rogans of the average guy high handicapper podcast space. I truly believe that.
I think so.
Well, I mean, I know Noah knows a whole lot about, or a little about a whole lot of things. If I'm saying that right, am I correct?
I would agree.
Correct. Yeah.
I think that pretty much describes me to a T. I don't know a whole lot about very specific things, but a little bit of a base knowledge so I can make other people feel dumb sometimes. That's kind of right where I live.
Hell yeah.
But we were just kind of starting to talk about the Open Championship. Obviously, it's what the whole episode's about. That was kind of dumb. How was your watching experience, Kaden? How much were you able to take in, either live or semi-live, or that kind of thing?
Man, I was able to watch a ton of golf this week. I think on Thursday I woke up at 2:30 a.m. Watched most of the morning. I was pretty excited to see the Old Course hosting another major championship. So I was pretty anxious to wake up on the first day and just kind of see what holes they were showing, what groups they were showing, especially with all the LIV stuff going on. It seemed to me like the coverage kind of blocked out a lot of the LIV guys. One of the things I noticed right off the top about the coverage was I really wanted to see more of Bryson DeChambeau against the Old Course. I thought it would have been really cool to see. I mean, he's the new age golfer versus the home of golf. I thought they showed a lot of him putting, but I would have been anxious to have seen the lines he was taking off tees and kind of where he ended up off the tee box and things of that sort.
Yeah, I think I can speak for most golf fans and say we don't want to watch Bryson DeChambeau putt. I don't think that's what we're tuning in for.
No,
100%. 100%. But I think Friday I slept a little bit later. I think I woke up at like 4, and I kind of slept a little bit. I want to say on the couch. I don't really remember. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy that they were playing. I mean, I feel like the golf didn't get over till 3:30, 4 o'clock Central Time. Those first 2 days, just because it didn't get dark till 11 o'clock over there.
Yeah, that was a big thing that I was seeing a lot on Twitter. People were talking a lot about, especially the first 2 days. They were talking about how long Tiger's round was specifically. I think it was close to the 5.5 hour mark.
That's
maybe even longer.
I think it was 6 hours and 9 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Jesus Christ!
Which is absurd. And on a course like that, I mean, I get that the last 3 holes are pretty important, and you have to pick and choose your lines on 16 and 17. But I mean, for it to take that long is pretty absurd.
Even major championship golf, which, but just on its own, no matter where it's at, it's going to take longer than your normal 18-hole round at a at a country club or whatever. That's just how it is. But even so, over 6 hours. That's a little crazy. You're usually seeing 4.5, 5, somewhere around there. Go ahead.
I know there was an article about there is some reason why the rounds take so long. I didn't read the article, but I think it's just the way the course is designed too, that a lot of people are bombing the fairway on the par fours, some of them, and it just that just takes up so much time too, having to wait at a par four. From what I heard, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like the double greens and guys having 100-foot putts and whatnot, and trying to get a feel for the undulation and what they wanted to do. I feel like that took guys a lot of time just trying to look at putts and all that jazz.
I've forgot about that like 4 times in the last 2 days. That there's like 3 or 4 shared greens on the course.
I think there's 4 double greens, and they all add up to like 18. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
so it's like 8 and 10, 11 and 7. I can't remember, 11 and 7. They all add up to 18, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure, and that's something I didn't really take into account, because obviously you're going to take longer with any of those greens. You're taking way longer on your approach shot. You're losing a lot of time there.
Yeah,
which has got to be a little frustrating. I would imagine for even for a mentally honed PGA player, pick whoever you want. That's still got to be a little frustrating at times.
Yes, it has to be. Like those guys like Bryson DeChambeau, Rory McIlroy, who hit it so far, it's just got to slow the whole game down for them.
I will say this, something I kind of noticed, kind of to that effect. I was noticing a lot of 70, 75 yard approach shots, which is not something that I see a whole lot. Usually that doesn't feel like a great number for a PGA guy. But I've seen a lot more of those than I think I normally do. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't know. That just feels like a kind of a weird in-between number to me.
Seemed like a lot of those guys were just trying to avoid the bunkers. It didn't really matter what they had in. It seemed like they either wanted to land it on the green or just make sure they didn't end up in one of those pot bunkers and have to pitch out sideways.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with how hard the course was.
Yeah,
that's got to be a factor too, because you're not going to want to take a full wedge shot into a green that's a parking lot. Not in a bad way, but that's just how it ended up being.
Yeah. There's tight lies.
And I think hitting the fairway was very key this weekend. You did want to hit the fairway. I know you can say this for every course, but hitting that fairway was key to making sure you score low and have that good approach shot into the green.
But even so, I mean, you look at how Rory McIlroy's Sunday went.
Yeah,
I mean, he was great off the tee. He was great, on his second shots, on his approach shots. He just couldn't sink anything. That was 36 putts on Sunday at the old course is just not going to get it done. I kind of feel bad for him, I guess, but I mean, he was 2 putts. He was, 2 made putts away from winning the thing, or 3 maybe, but things work out differently. But that's, the putting was obviously the biggest thing this week. Cam Smith was on fire on Sunday. His putter won him the Open. That's just how it is. Which I think is something you don't see as much at the old course. I think it's usually more about that kind of iron play, how you're playing out of the fairway and how you're getting out of trouble. But this week it really came down to the putter. At least on Sunday it did.
Yeah, and Rory McIlroy's putting wasn't that bad. I don't think it was that bad. It was inches. He was close to making so many putts. It was just off by that fraction, which is, again, it makes or break a tournament, but it's not like he was making bogeys or blowing it past the hole. It was still right there every single time.
I think on Sunday I only saw maybe one or two where he missed the read.
Yeah.
1, 2 at absolute most. Where he misread the break a little bit and it just didn't come back in, or something like that. But
it seems like it's been like that for him pretty much all year in the majors. I feel like he had a pretty solid aggregate score for all four. I want to say he was like second place for all four majors, and it was just, I think he was right behind Will Zalatoris. So he had a great year. He just didn't make those putts when it mattered on Sunday. I mean, I think the golf course was playing like a par 69, and you have to kind of look at shooting 70. I mean, he shot 2 under, but I mean, some of those holes you got to look at. I mean, 18 was playing certain birdie hole, 9 and 10 both were too. I mean, some of the par 5s easy to hit in 2. So you got to play better than 2 under par on Sunday at that venue.
Yeah, I totally agree there. It's not like you saying that is not like Bryson saying Augusta is a par 67. Like, it's not. You're actually very, very correct. Like that, you can't. Like you said, you can't shoot 2 under. It's just not going to get it done. And the fact that he did only shoot that much, and he was right there within 2 strokes, I think, right? 21 that he was at 18.
Yeah.
18, yeah.
Yeah, Cam Smith was at 20.
20,
yeah. To have 36 putts to only shoot 2 under on a Sunday and only be 2 strokes back because of an incredibly clutch, or 2 clutch putts from Cam Smith and a crazy eagle by Cam Young on 18. That's, I mean, that doesn't happen. It's a one shot win for Cam Smith. Rory has to make 2 putts to win at that point.
Yeah.
Has to take 2 of them.
I mean, you're also looking at like what other guys shot in relation to Rory. I mean, like Cam Young. I mean, a guy named Dean Burmeister shot 6 under on Sunday. Abraham Answer shot 7 under. I mean, the low rounds were out there on Sunday. Rory just didn't capitalize.
Yeah. I saw like a stat on Rory at the majors this year. Like, he was 97 point. He beat all the field, 97.5% of the fields in all the majors this year. And he didn't win a major. Like, only 2.5% of the field beat him in all 4 majors. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Number.
Absurd.
I mean, what was it? A runner-up at 3rd place?
I think he finished
2 top 10s.
2 top 10s. I think he finished like 8th at one and then 4th at another. Like, something crazy.
I think he backdoor top 10 at the PGA. I want to say, like, he shot. Something happened on. I honestly think Mito Pereira making double on 18 slipped Rory in or something. Yeah, he was 8th. He finished 8th.
Yeah, I mean, but even so, that's the definition of being right there.
Yeah.
And, for a guy that hasn't won a major since 2014 to be that close in all 4, that maybe that's the new the McIlroy cut, the McIlroy slam, like the Max Homa slam is making the cut at all 4. Yeah. The Rory slam is top 10 at all 4.
Yeah, he was T5 at the U.S. Open with Morikawa.
Oh, that's right.
The only person who's had a better year and not won, I believe, is Ricky Fowler in like 2014.
I think that's right.
4 top 5 finishes and 2 second place finishes. Something crazy like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say not this year.
Not this year. This was like 2014 or something.
I'll say this. I miss Prime Ricky, man. That guy was fun to watch. I don't know if it was the stupid hair or the stupid outfits or whatever, dude. That guy was fun to watch.
He was a very fun player to watch.
Big Dick Rick, baby.
That's kind of the era of golf that I grew up in.
Yeah.
It's kind of, that late 2000s, early 2010s era, which I think kind of gets overlooked a little bit, maybe because it's so recent. It's more recent than
recent, yeah.
Yeah, but I think eventually that era is going to be looked on like in it, a legit. It's not Tiger's heyday. It's after that, but I still think it's going to be looked on as a great era of golf.
And even like right now, you look at the leaderboard and it's all guys it's all top players in the world. Any guy in the top 50 at this, or the Open, you would think could win. Like it's that close. They're all so good. And again, that's probably because they all grew up watching Tiger. They all made their game after Tiger Woods. And Tiger Woods created what we have right now.
I mean, yeah, I'll suck his dick. Sure.
Yeah.
Tiger's the goat. Tiger's the goat.
100%. I may not suck his dick, but I'll hold it in my mouth till the swelling goes down.
There you go. But yeah, I mean,
you can edit that part out.
I'm going to. No, I'm not. I don't know how to do that.
That's fine.
But yeah, I mean, this all kind of stemmed from. Ricky Fowler was super fun to watch, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there, but yeah.
I didn't even see where he finished. I'm trying to find him here.
I doubt he made the cut.
Yeah,
I love him, but I doubt
he didn't get into the event.
Oh, he didn't get in. Oh, okay.
Even worse. Worse.
Poor Ricky.
Yeah, he played the Scottish Open, and he had to top 5 or whatever to get a spot in the Open.
And he never did.
Yeah, I don't think he played in the U.S. Open either.
No, he didn't.
So,
yeah, it's there are a couple of those guys that it is kind of tough to kind of watch their. I mean, Ricky's has been coming for a while, but to watch kind of their downfall on tour, and I mean, I think he was one of the first guys that was rumored to be going to LIV Golf, at least that I remember.
Yeah.
Which I mean, he hasn't yet, right? I didn't just miss that.
He's not.
Not.
He'd be a fool to not go.
I mean, yeah. At this point in his career, he has to.
Do y'all think Cam Smith is going?
I hope not, man. That would be yeah. I mean, we've talked about this, Kaden, and we've also talked about this on the show. I'm not a huge LIV guy, but
yeah,
obviously, I mean that would just be a real kick in the dick. I've definitely come around on Cam Smith over since before he won the Players. I think I was a fan. We were betting on him way before then.
100%.
But yeah, immediately after winning top 2 at least top 3 championships in all of golf, to go to LIV Tour right after that, that's a dick kick in the dick.
It would
I think we're a couple players away from them having to kind of figure out a way to meet in the middle.
Yeah, maybe one or two more big superstars. I mean, Cam Smith by himself might do it, honestly.
Well, they say both Cam Smith and Hovland. And then apparently Hideki Matsuyama apparently after the President's Cup.
Yeah, I didn't hear that about Matsuyama yet. Or I just didn't see that. That would be
on this podcast.
Yeah. that would be a huge loss. Matsuyama would.
I heard Bubba Watson too, which again, not a big loss, an older guy, but Bubba Watson
Huge
as well.
prick too.
He is a big prick. He is an asshole.
He was.
Damn it, Teddy! Why did you do this to me, Teddy?
I did not. Yeah.
I watched his. I think he only had one interview on Pardon My Take. I watched it kind of recently. I could not get through it, man. He was promoting his book, which was great. Whatever. But man, it was not a good interview. I'll say that. And I'm a Bubba guy.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are fans of Club Pro Guy on Twitter.
Very funny.
He's a great follow. He put out a "Where Are They Now" video about the golfing. Was it the Golfing Boys when Ben Curtis and Ricky and all those guys, they did that music video?
Yeah.
His take on that Club Pro Guy's video on that's hilarious. One of the funniest videos I've seen as of late.
That one of my favorites from Club Pro Guy. That one, and then the Scotty Scheffler one after he won the Masters. I knew exactly what was coming, but I mean that was a great one in my opinion.
There's a Holly Saunders one that's really good too. Where Are They Now?
Oh boy. Hey boy.
It's really funny. It's when she was dating Vegas Dave. It's really hilarious.
Oh shit! I think I've seen it. It's been a while, but I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
As
one, yeah.
not a good look for Miss Saunders. I will say that.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so we've kind of gotten into live golf. Kind of talking about that. Kaden, we have a little bit of a game for you. Nothing too crazy.
Cool.
We each have come up with 5 headlines about the LIV Tour. One from each of us is true. The rest are fake.
Cool.
Would you mind guessing the real one?
I would love to.
Okay, we're kind of throwing shit at the wall here, seeing what works. So we appreciate you bearing with us.
Hell yeah.
Why don't you go first, Jesse?
Okay. The first one. So, Nike reported that all Nike-sponsored athletes will be terminated if they choose to participate in the LIV Tour.
I think that's fake. I think that one's fake, though.
I think that one's fake. Trump Bedminster course. I think I'm saying that right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Is expecting a major protest outside the course during the next LIV Tour event, according to BLM president.
That's absolutely the real one.
Okay. LIV Golf setting up rival college golf league to take down NCAA.
That's fake, but that's funny.
DJ Diesel, also known as Shaq, is going to be official DJ after TNT signs national broadcasting deal with the LIV Tour.
That could be real too, but that's fake, dude.
That's fake. And the last one here. Taylor Gooch thought he could play in one event and be back on the PGA Tour.
That's believable too, but fake.
But fake. Which one do you think?
You said
which one did I say was really going to
come? The BLM one, right?
The BLM one. Yeah. That one's actually fake.
Really?
Yeah. The real one was Taylor Gooch thought he could play in one event and be back on the PGA Tour.
No way.
Are you fucking serious right now?
That's a real headline?
That's a real headline. He thought he could play. He thought they wouldn't be suspended.
Dude, even with that line he said afterwards, he really expected to come back from that.
He really expected to come back.
Did you see that he kind of backpedaled off that in the press room at the Open this week?
I'm sure he did. I don't care. It was very funny at the time.
That's hilarious, dude. Shout out the Aces, baby.
Yeah.
The Aces. I mean, it's been said 100 times already, but those fucking club names are so stupid, dude.
You're not a Niblix fan or a Fireballs fan?
Dude, that Niblix sounds like a racial slur.
Yeah, it does. I agree. I've got a couple of buddies on the Fireballs, one player, one caddy, and it's really funny, like texting them like, "Go Fireballs."
What do they? How do they react to that?
They think it's hilarious, dude. I mean, like the Fireballs got third place. I don't know if y'all remember at Pumpkin Ridge. I think it was the final group. I'm pretty sure. I believe the final group was DJ, Carlos Ortiz, and Brendan Grace. Brendan Grace absolutely ripped the field to shreds coming down the stretch. But Carlos Ortiz drained like a 25-footer or 30-footer on the last hole for birdie, and that putt won his team, I think, like 750K.
Jesus
Christ! For them to split. So, it was a cool scene. Like, everyone knew Brendan Grace was going to win the tournament, but at least walking down the 18th, the announcers were like, "Well, if Ortiz birdies this hole, it'll push them into third place, and they'll win the third place prize money, which is on top of that prize money is on top of whatever you win individually." So obviously, those guys. I mean, I think Answer made like 700,000 by himself, and then made another 210 or whatever. So it was like $1 million payday, and he didn't even win the event,
Yeah.
All right. I said this on the last podcast, but hey, Saudi Arabia, sign your boy.
Yeah, 100%. That graphic you put out was compelling enough, I thought.
Dude, I thought it looked real. It could have been it could have been from anywhere. It could have been from CNN.
It could have been.
Have you guys watched a lot of the LIV events, or no?
I have not.
I watched a decent amount of the first one. I didn't watch. I watched Friday, Saturday, or the last 2 days, whatever days they were. I don't remember. I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
it was decent.
I thought the Pumpkin Ridge event was way better than the Centuron event, the London event or whatever. I thought they worked out quite a few kinks. Shout out to Haas grabbing another couple frosty soda pop.
Yeah, I wish they were long drinks.
That's funny. Shout out to corporation.
Yes, sir. Shout out. I saw you guys in that Bob Does Sports video from a couple days ago. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, we've been featured on a couple of those guys' videos. They're hilarious. I can't believe that Jersey Jerry and all those guys are tied into each other.
I thought for a second him and Bob were related.
I could see that. I could absolutely see that.
Yeah, see, I'm not a complete jackass. Thank you, Kaden.
Totally see that.
Got a couple more headlines for you. You ready?
Yeah. Let's get back to this. This was fun.
Okay. So, first one. LIV Golf signs broadcasting deal with Fox News.
Fake, but believable.
Tucker Carlson will be on the 18th green. David Feherty to join LIV Golf as a player.
Player reporter.
Oh yeah, no, not even a reporter. They just want him. They just want him to play golf.
They want to see him hit shots.
Yeah. Roy McIlroy reportedly offered $650 million to join the LIV Tour.
I think that's real.
That could be real.
Yeah. Donald Trump tells golfers to take the money now to players despite fervent pushback from 9/11 victims' families.
Yeah, that's the real headline because I read that headline this morning.
God, fucking damn it! Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's a wild couple quotes that I read out of the former president of the United States for sure.
Yeah, well, so you got it. That was the real one. Obviously, shout out.
1 for 2.
Yeah,
1 for 2.
It's pretty good.
1 for 2.
My last one was that LIV Golf signs Raytheon as a title sponsor.
Dude, that's super believable. Or
I know.
I was thinking you might have said WeChat or whatever. That's on like How Tong Lee's cap. You know that WeChat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That could have been another one.
it's like knockoff WhatsApp or whatever.
Yeah, exactly what it is. But no, I think that Trump Bedminster course looks sick. They were supposed to host the 2022 PGA Championship. Obviously, that got canceled because of just everything that's going on in the world and
Yeah,
how polarizing of a individual that Donald
could you
Trump
be
is.
more?
So.
Could you be more specific, Kaden? Can we talk about how much we all love Donald Trump?
I don't think we need to really get into that at all because
probably not.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, one of my fake ones that I was going to use was that the LIV Tour is hiring Donald Trump as senior course designer. I was thinking, like,
that would be believable too.
It would be believable.
Their own masters. He's going to design their masters Augusta National equivalent.
Because he has two courses, right? Two courses.
He's got a lot of courses.
Yeah. But in the LIV Tour, is it 2 that he has?
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. Yeah, 2. I think he Trump Doral, and then Bedminster.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like the LIV Tour Championship or whatever at the end of the year is at Doral.
And he's on the board of directors. I didn't realize that.
For the LIV Tour, really?
Yeah, he's he's on their board.
I could see that with Greg Norman. I think him and Greg Norman are pretty good friends. The Shark.
Yes.
Yeah. Who I will say again makes really, really shitty polos, and that's why I don't like him. It's the only reason.
I won't refute that.
Fair. I was not expecting that. I don't know why. But yeah, I think we should just start calling ourselves journalists at this point. I think those headlines were really good. Some big J shit we're doing over here.
100%.
Episode 2, you know how we do.
I like y'all's logo. Who designed the High Handicappers logo?
I kind of did. Not to take too much credit, it was basically it was like a preset, but I liked it. I think it fits.
It looks good. Cool. It does look good.
Yeah, I like the background that we got going. Honestly, a little Magnolia Lane action. Can I? No, that doesn't do anything. Whoa. Okay, there we go.
Whoa.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. That was a good one. That's how you break the tension, fellas.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
I have a question for you guys. Which player do you think that's not been rumored do you think will make its way to the LIV Tour?
I mean, that's kind of tough because like every player has been rumored to be going.
Every player, yeah. Is there any player that you would be surprised would join? Like very surprised.
Patrick Cantlay.
Okay.
Scheffler. I don't think Scheffler would.
I don't think Scheffler would.
I mean, I don't think a lot of these top, at least the guys that are at the top now, I don't think you're going to see a lot of them going. I could be totally wrong. But I really don't see Cam Smith, Scotty Scheffler, Victor Hovland, any of those kind of guys. I really don't see them going over there. I think I don't know. I think they're at too good of a spot in their career.
Yeah.
Personally. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I think that offer for those guys, as long as they stay relevant, if they did get an offer, I think it's good for a while.
Yeah.
Now that might not be MBS's style.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but I think with the way they're trying to build things over there, I don't think they really care if you do it now or if you do it later down the road, however long. I think the offer still stands. It might not be the same money, but it'll still be significant. That's how I see it.
Do you think they'll ever cut players? Like they only want to have a certain amount of players, and I know they've cut quite a few. But when does like Pat Perez, who's really not that good of a golfer, he's okay. When does he eventually get cut when they start bringing in more and more and more of these guys?
I
Or
think
do they
Pat Perez gets cut when they bring in Fat Perez.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Pat Perez is more of like a glue guy than anything. I think he's just there
Yeah.
for
For-
his
he's
vibes and the type
Yep.
of individual that he is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bro for sure.
Yeah. Do you think they ever expand it to have like more people and maybe go away from the shotgun start?
They should. That would legitimize them a little bit more, I would think.
I
I
think
think
so.
next year they're supposed to have double I think 13 events or something next year. I mean, part of why I like PGA Tour golf is because you can watch it all day. I think, but I mean, I also think that's some of the appeal for why the LIV Tour is going to be pushing the shotgun starts, is just because they only have to hold people's attention for 4-5 hours,
Yeah.
you know, and then you're done watching it, rather than waking up at 8 a.m. and then staying watching glued to the TV until 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know?
And really, this is kind of more of a personal thing. I don't think a shotgun start is really the way to experience a golf course, just in general.
That's
I mean,
Agreed.
you go to your home course wherever. You're not going to start on hole 5.
No.
Why?
Yeah, it's going to suck
you know,
starting on 13 every time for sure.
Yeah, but it just as a kind of on a golf nerd level, it's not the way golf was, at least how I see it, meant to be played. I think there's a reason they designed the course
Yeah.
in such a way from 1 to 18, or however many holes you have. It's designed a certain way to to test you specifically related to the course. That's why every course is different.
And I think
because the challenge of 1 through 18 in a row is huge.
like I've only been to like one senior PGA event watching, but it was nice to stand at number 1 and watch the guys come through. Like it was nice to be able to sit there and watch the players come through and hit their first tee shot. Like I don't know how it affects the viewing experience of the average fan that goes to the LIV Golf Tour.
But Kaden is super right, because all day golf on Sunday
is nice.
Yeah, even when it's not a major, it could be whatever. It could be the fucking Barbasol for all I care.
Yeah.
Sunday is a lazy day for me usually if I'm not working, whatever. But
Yeah.
you sit there in your underwear until noon. You're watching golf. You get up, you do a couple things. They're only a couple. You got until 7 o'clock to watch golf. It's an all day thing. I think kind of going back to it. I think that's the way golf, even on TV, was meant to be enjoyed. I guess just kind of on the same point that I was making earlier. Which, might be a hardo take. It might be a nerd take, but I stand by it.
I don't think it's a hardo take at all.
I think that's like what most of us grew up doing, and it's what you enjoy doing on a Sunday. Like, it's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy sitting there watching golf and seeing what happens.
The one thing I will say, though, is I don't think necessarily we're the target audience for LIV Golf.
No, I don't think so.
I've tuned in. I know Kaden bets on it. Tune in a lot. I've watched my fair share, like I said. But we're not the golf fans this is going to sound so pretentious, at the level that we are, the way we know the game, the way we watch it. We're not the ones they want to bring over. They want to bring over the old road golf guys, the new golf fans that want something more palatable. It's the same argument. It's basically the same argument as like changing rules in baseball. Your runner on second in extras, your pitch count, or not pitch count, your pitch timer, that kind of thing. I I think it's basically the same argument as, you know, you're kind of trying to balance between your new fans, your old school fans, I guess you could call us, that kind of thing. I think the arguments are kind of parallel there.
I do agree with that. Like, I know I hate the people on the Golf Channel and they got all these old heads, and I'm not that old, but if you're trying to get this younger audience in, you would think you would like to hit the people 25, 35, like people under 40, basically. And it seems like they're trying to bring in the people like under 18 and really trying to get them into sport. The TikTok.
Yeah,
the TikTok people.
I was just gonna say it's TikTok golf, bro. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Not that I'm necessarily saying that's a bad thing. I think you know, if it brings more people into the game and it brings people to the PGA Tour, I think there's a way that they can coexist. You know,
Yeah.
I like we were talking about at the, you know, kind of right at the beginning when you came on, Kaden. That might be the thing that helps them kind of find a middle ground, or, you know, kind of compromise however they need to, so they're not, you know, they're not fighting with each other all the time. Where you don't
100%.
have, you know, you don't have Rory McIlroy coming out every week just having to say some new shit about the LIV Tour. Not that he necessarily has to, but, you know, he feels obligated to.
And can you imagine how tired Rory has to be after, I mean, obviously the schedule he's played, but then on top of that, just riding hard for the PGA Tour because he has to, you know, he has to be the poster boy that's in every media obligation and talking about how everyone needs to be playing on the PGA Tour and not the LIV Tour.
Yeah, and how many times can you answer the same questions? There's not, you know, there's not a whole lot of directions you can go there. It's, what are your thoughts on it? You know, how do you, you know, the moral high ground and all that kind of stuff. There's not a ton of angles to go there. So it's got to just be repeating over and over again every week for the guy, which, you know, he makes a ton of money. So, you know, maybe that's just one of the trade-offs of the job, but it's still got to suck. You know?
Yeah, it's not fun for him, I bet. Like, he's probably dreading answering the same question over and over again.
And not to say that at the start, you know, when it kind of first started and he first started, you know, coming out hard against the LIV Tour, like after you know 1 or 2 weeks of that, he's not saying anything new.
No, he really isn't. It's all the same thing over and over and over again.
And I'm sure it's that way for a lot of guys, honestly. You know, you know, when I was watching the press conferences, you know, the pre-tournament press conferences, there was, you know, a third of the questions were about the LIV Tour, like we're doing the Open here, who gives a shit.
Yeah,
but you know, I think it's just at a certain point it's going to get old, but you know, at a certain point it did get old, but you know, they're still doing new things. They're still in the headlines. So, you know, someone's got to talk about it, I think. You know, we've been talking about it for 25 minutes now.
And yeah, that's probably what they want us to do, is talk about it as much as possible.
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, because the big thing with that is they're not, with the tour itself, is they're not really expecting profit anytime soon.
No.
So, you know, headlines at any cost, staying in the sports news cycle at any cost is, you know, that's doable for them. They don't.
Yeah.
Any publicity, even if it's from
CNN,
you know, this stupid ass podcast, or CNN. You know, it is good for them. At least in their eyes.
I did see a tweet from them, and it was the player field for the upcoming tournament, and it had 3 players to be announced. So there's 3 big announcements coming up eventually.
I think one of them's Henrik Stenson. I don't think he was officially.
Yeah. I think that's one of them for sure.
David Feherty and Rory.
I think they're expecting Hovland and
Cam Smith.
And Cam Smith, yeah.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. It seems like they want to make teams or eventually have teams maybe based on country. Like they'll have an
That's
all
absolutely what they're. I saw that there was a rumor that AT&T could be the first team sponsor, and apparently it's $1 billion to sponsor a team.
yeah.
All right, well, maybe they're going to start making profit sooner than I thought.
It'll
Jesus
be
Christ.
interesting to see. Like if they do geographical location teams, it will be interesting to see.
Hey,
Holy
that-
shit! I'm looking at a tweet from the LIV Tour on July 12th. It said bonus scheme open edition. Patrick Reed becomes the second winner of our $2 million bonus scheme for wearing his LIV Golf logoed apparel at the home of golf. This is part of benefiting our normalizing evils of Saudi Arabia worldwide bone saw initiative.
Dude, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Is that real? Oh, that's
There's-
fake.
Did you
Looks
just
real.
make that up to fuck with us since we
Yeah.
hit you with
Gotcha.
And then I see they actually have a tweet that shows the leaderboard with the team names on it.
You had me at Bonesaw,
Yeah.
Kaden.
Yeah, I was trying to. I went
And
to
it
a parody account and read one of their.
It looks like the Aces would have won the tournament.
Oh yeah, the
At-
tournament at the Open. The
at the
team I saw
Open.
that too.
Yeah.
No Laying Up put out some fake team leaderboards too that were pretty funny. Yeah, Stinson's not on this list, so I bet you that they. I bet he's one of the new announcers or
Yeah.
announcements this
because
week.
he's basically confirmed, right?
Yeah, pretty much. He's like giving up his captaincy on the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know if that was just part of the rumor that that's what he would have. That's what he would have to do. I don't do a whole lot of research for the show. I probably should, but I did see that, but I wasn't sure if it was all confirmed or whatnot.
Yeah, crazy.
That's why we have you, Kaden.
Absolutely, 100%.
Need some actual golf knowledge.
Damn, their Twitter page is actually kind of funny. I
the
didn't know
Live
that
Golf?
Saddam Kaiwa Kananja or whatever that Answer played with on Sundays, a live guy too. Yeah, they posted it. It was after the first 2 days. The Aces were leading. The Fireballs were 8 under. The Majestics were up there too. They were 9 under. Crushers. Ironheads. God, there's some bad names.
So bad.
There's like 3 or 4 of them that are like halfway decent. I might even include Niblets or whatever in that one.
Yeah.
Niblets.
Oh, okay. I was close. Still sounds like a racial slur.
It does. It absolutely does.
I think one of these days we're going to find out that it is, which would kind of be very funny.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious if they snuck that in there somehow.
Just add that on top of all the 9/11 stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Not good.
I do
But,
think there could be
go ahead.
protests, though. I do really think there could be protests.
I absolutely think there will be.
I think that fake headline is actually going to become real at some point.
You think it's got to be more Trump related than golf related, right?
Yeah, it'll be Trump related.
Golfers don't protest. Come on now.
I could just see the people in that region protesting for different reasons.
Wait, what region is it?
Well, it's in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, I think it's it.
Yeah.
I heard there was supposed to be protests at the last event in Portland, but
I think there was some.
There was some, okay.
There's a lot of really funny people yelling stuff on the broadcast. I know that. It's like DJ was walking up one of the greens, and it was like, somebody was like, cut their legs off, like behead the competition, DJ.
Yeah, that was I didn't know if that was real or not. I think it was, but it was one of those where you're like, I mean, this has to be fake news.
100%.
But I want to believe it's real. I think it is. But yeah, I mean, cut it. I think it was cut his limbs off, DJ or something like that.
Yeah.
So good. Now, do we think that guy was a pro live guy? Like, do you think he was just like he just got really into it, or was he like trying to make a joke? Because I could see it going. I could see it going a little far. You got a security guard. You got a security guard standing right behind you. Like, if I can cut his limbs off, DJ, let's go.
Yeah,
I think it had to have been like somebody that was in there to specifically do that. I think.
Yeah. We need Bob Does Sports at the next LIV event, just roasting people.
Look at this Abraham answer. He's got to be nothing but 5'2" over here. That's funny.
Yeah, that would.
And I heard that Sergio quit the LIV tour, or not the
Already?
LIV tour. He quit the DP World Tour. He doesn't want to play in any events there, so he's strictly going all.
Kevin Na, like resigning his tour card.
Yeah, I thought the DP World Tour was part of the. I mean, obviously, I'm probably wrong here, but I thought it was part of the. If you play in the LIV, you're suspended or whatever.
Yeah,
I think so too.
They're in bed with the PGA Tour. They hosted the Scottish Open. It was like a dual point event.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it used to be like the European Tour, basically.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Scottish Open, pretty good event.
it was fun to watch.
That was a good event. That was. They know what they're doing over there.
That was what, 2 weeks? I mean, 2 weeks ago now.
It was the week before the the Open.
Yeah, so like a week and a half.
Yeah,
and a lot of money on the line too. It's a big money thing too.
Yeah, that's kind of the. I mean, that's just the warm up for the Open, right? I mean, there was a lot of the big guys that played in that.
Yeah.
In the Scottish Open. Did we talk about this last episode? I think we might have.
I don't think we did. I don't think we talked much about the Scottish Open.
Genius move by us.
Yeah. But again, all
Xander.
the guys in the top 10, you really didn't hear of in the British Open. So
what
Xander won it and he played decent, didn't he?
He played okay, yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I think he was. I'm pulling this out of my ass. At the Open?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Where is Xander? Let's see.
Maybe top 25 or top 20.
Tied 15th.
Oh, there you go.
Minus 10.
I mean, it's not terrible. I certainly couldn't do that.
Yeah. No way.
Obviously.
As a high handicapper, no way.
We kind of talked about this last week, Kaden. So it's hypothetical. You get like straight up abducted, kidnapped from your house, take you over to St. Andrews, like right before the Open. The stands are up. It's all set up for the tournament. They kidnap you, pluck you on the first tee with your clubs. What are you going out there and shooting?
This week? With the win the way that was?
But yeah, like the day before the practice round started. So like same conditions.
85.
Wow. I think I said 120.
I think I was up there too. I think I said like
I
120.
think I could break 90. I hate to be a golf hardo, but I think I could break 90.
From the I mean, I've never seen you golf, so I mean that's a big part of it.
I'm a single digit.
All right, easy now.
Okay. Oh.
Just want to throw that out there.
High single digits.
It just depends if I'm getting ready for a tournament or not, man.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Depends if it's member guest season or not.
Oh yeah, you sandbag hard for those or?
No, why would I do that?
I don't know. We had a tournament at the club I work at recently, and I was talking to a guy. Moving on. I saw nothing. Yeah, but I straight up told this guy they lost by like 2 strokes or whatever. And I think this guy's handicap was like I don't know, whatever. His handicap was what prevented them from winning. I was like, dude, you just got to start turning in 90s at the club every week.
Yeah,
just once a week. He's out there like 3-4 times. Just
seriously,
just throw a 90 in there every once in a while.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I mean, I think there's a difference in I mean, the thing you see with like the Barstool Classic is guys having 2 separate handicaps. You can't have 2 separate handicaps and play off 2 separate numbers. But what people don't understand is your handicap isn't what you're expected to shoot every single time. It's what you're capable of shooting when you go out there, what you could be capable of shooting when you go out there, you know?
Yeah, that your handicap is you at your best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But, basically.
100%.
But yeah, I do think that gets overlooked a lot because, anytime a golfer tells you their handicap, whether it's super high, super low, you kind of doubt it for a second, right?
Yeah.
Not you because we're fucking boys, but
no, but 100%.
If some guy comes up to me, I've seen him on the driving range, and he tells me he's a 3 handicap.
Oh, no way.
And you're just straight up lying to me, dude. I've seen you tee off. You're not a 3 handicap.
Yeah, you're like pull up your Indiana, pull up your Indiana golf app and show me the number on your phone.
Me?
No, I'm just saying hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, hypothetically.
But yeah, Riggs has the ugliest swing for a scratch golfer that I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I like foreplay a lot. I like what they're doing. I'm not just gonna shit on foreplay. We talked a little bit about him last week, and talked about Trent breaking 90. That series is great. The Daily 9 videos are hard to watch, man.
I don't even watch those.
They are hard to watch.
Well, not a thing for COVID. It's not like a thing for now, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But even then,
yeah.
I don't know if it's the putting stroke or the audio, but it makes me want to have a stroke. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But again, I like foreplay a lot. I'm a fan, so I'm more afraid of them than I am of Saudi Arabia, honestly.
Have you guys gone out recently? Any recent rounds?
No, man, I haven't.
You haven't?
I played on Saturday.
Yeah, I played Saturday.
So
too,
hot.
I think.
It was so hot.
Yeah, I was gonna play today. It's like 90. It was like 95 here. No, thank you. Not my fat ass.
It was 111 in Dallas Fort Worth today.
All right, easy now. No need to show me up here.
Might as well put your golf clubs up whenever that type of weather rolls in.
Yeah, no thanks.
I almost got hit by a golf ball the last time I went, so that was something. It was the closest I've ever been hit. It bounced right in front of me, and it like bounced over my bag I was pushing, and yeah, it was close.
Dude, when I was out golfing with our buddy Sam, was out in Chicago the other weekend. I pulled the ultimate douchebag move, and I hit into a tee box while there were guys on it.
No way.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
What did Sam say? Was he ready to throw hands for you?
No, it didn't turn out that bad, but I'm sure he would have.
That's hilarious.
That was that round. I had some of my highest moments in recent memory. I was putting great for just no reason at all. I don't know what it was. I wasn't on any PEDs. I wasn't taking Adderall, but I was reading these greens like I was on PGA 2K easy mode. It was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But then
that's hilarious.
I'll chunk a 40-yard wedge shot and hit a 5-wood onto a tee box while there's guys there. It happens. That's why we are the high handicappers. Doesn't come easy.
Yeah, I didn't even keep score the last 2 rounds I played. I just went out, had fun.
Every once in a while, I think it's good to do that. I have this little piece of shit course, like right around the corner from my house, a little 9-hole. I'm talking the biggest dump you've ever, maybe not seen, but like it's a dump, dude. And every once in a while, I'll go there. I won't keep score. I'll wear a t-shirt and basketball shorts.
Yeah, just knock it around for a couple hours.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Just hit the little ball around for an hour and a half, play 9 holes, and, not 100% want to break my clubs afterwards. That seems to be where I am a lot. I mean, I'm not a club breaking guy, but like every once in a while, it's just fucking damn it.
I don't know. It was nice to
a lot recently.
It was nice to just play and not care and maybe play a little bit more aggressive than you would normally. It was kind of nice, so it was nice.
Yeah, being able to, I don't want to say turn up the heat a little bit, but when you're going for some greens you don't really have a shot at, or just letting it rip. There's something about those rounds that's just freeing almost. You're not worried about the number that's on the scorecard necessarily. You still want to play well, but you want to get into some shit, and that's all right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Kaden, I don't want to keep you too long, man. I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
It was awesome. Like I was telling you the other night, first thing I wanted to do when I started this podcast was have the homies on.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me. It was super fun. It was always the high handicappers.
It was always the high handicappers. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
killed it as always, and look forward to seeing you on Stooley Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
See you guys.
Thank you so much.
You bet, man.
That was my good friend Kaden. Said it a couple times, but he's my fucking boy. Was super excited that he decided to hop on with us tonight. Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
He's the man. And he knows a lot about golf, too.
He does know a lot about golf. Nice to get that knowledge in there.
Yeah, more than me, for sure.
Yeah, a lot more than us.
Yeah, but that's kind of the point, too, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what this whole thing is about is, we're not the Golf Channel. Obviously, we got, 50 views on the last podcast, so, which is not bad, actually. I'm not complaining. But
that's pretty good.
We're not the Golf Channel. We're just a couple of guys that, I thoroughly enjoy drinking beer. I don't know about you, buddy.
Oh, I
certainly do.
I think I had 6 already.
Good Lord. Hang on.
Pretty drunk. And he's gone.
Okay, this is the last one in the fridge. I'm actually kind of disappointed. But it's all right. Yeah, I think this is about as good of a place to wrap it up as any.
Yeah.
I do have one more little piece of business. But if you would like to talk for a second,
go ahead.
I need you to talk for a second. I got to prepare for a second. Okay. So
Okay.
just keep it going for a little bit.
Again, I'd like to thank Kaden. I do not know his social handle. No, I will have to drop that. Thank you, as always, to the Buoyancy Boys and the Bobbing Boobs. Just thank you to everyone that watched the last episode. You're all loved by both Noah and myself.
Yeah, for real. Anyone on Twitter, anybody, I don't care who you are, who watched last week, thank you very much. If you made it this far here, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to make a go at this and kind of see where it takes us. So we're having a lot of fun so far, or at least I am.
Yeah.
You seem like you are too, which is, I think, a good
I
sign.
am.
Unless I'm just a psychopath. Try not to be too.
I'll be right back. I need to go to the washroom quickly.
Okay. Washroom. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Canadian scum. Scum of the earth, I tell you. Okay. I'm not really good by myself. So what I have prepared, I did not see it's coming actually. But I do have my last beer here. Yeah, I have a beer. So check that out. All right. I did not take him as much time as I thought it would. Not a big deal. Pretty good at shotgunning. Whatever. This is really sad when you're alone. I'm going to be honest. I'm just sitting by myself in front of this computer, just shotgunning beers. What a weirdo. Welcome back, sir.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I think, like I said, I think this is as good of a place to wrap it up as any.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who watched today. We really appreciate you. And we will see you next time on the High Handicappers podcast with Noah Johnson and the Hask. Appreciate you guys. We will see you next week.